Hey, nerds! Well, the voting gauntlet is done, and we do have the results for everyone who won, but my god, there were some upsets, there were some crazy things that happened, and let's take a look at the final tally, at least when it came down to about an hour before the voting gauntlet was about to end, okay? Of course, we are going to refer to all of these lovely screenshots sent in by fans as well. And as you can see, we have won again and everything. The one thing I want to touch upon is the winners of each, okay? Lucina won her round, Kagero won against Camilla, Alphonse won against Xander, and the biggest upset I would say is probably Crom against Katria, because Katria was so definitively, well, at least definitively in the lead when it came down to what was going on in that gauntlet run. But there was one thing that happened in the middle of this, and one thing I want to note for just to point this out when it comes to the voting gauntlet. His ×7 multiplier, or at least any multiplier that Crom got at that point, lasted 2 hours. He was on the ropes that hard towards the end. And because of that, he of course did win. And he did get up there, and I'm sure there's probably going to be comments about it, how Crom won, that's fine. I understand there may be some people upset, but don't let this ruin the fun of it, okay, guys? Just try to enjoy, go with whatever, team you might want to next, and just try to get the feathers and have some fun, okay? Don't worry too much about it. I will say, it was a pretty crazy battle to see Kagero and Camilla going up against. Alphonse and Xander had really strong runs. Lucina did put up a great fight. And I'm just going to say the multiplier was crazy to see as it went into the next thing. We can, of course, discuss what the multiplier did. It was a really big upset to see Crom come back from so far. I mean, just look at this, okay? Just look at all of this. This is insane. About an hour before he was actually done, he was down quite a ways. I mean, that's a lot. And he came back from that due to the multiplier. So good for Team Crom. They were at least... I don't know what exactly I can really say here other than, I mean, they managed to pull it back. That's insane. They were waiting for that multiplier and they struck when it did happen. Katria was going strong for so long, and I really hope you guys put in some effort and got your feathers out of it at least for that, and had some fun doing so. Honestly, it was a big upset. It's a lot more crazy than I think about it, and it could probably lead to a discussion on the lines of what you feel about the voting multiplier if you really want to, but I'm not going to make it about that. Let's make it about the fun times we've had, the great times, and don't let this spoil anything, okay? Congratulations, Crom. You managed to pull it back. Katria, you put up a good fight, and I will always admire you for that. You guys did great. Everyone did. So don't let this sour your experience, okay? Keep fighting the good fight and have some fun. Honestly, man, voting gauntlet's always so cutthroat at times. That was probably the most intense I've ever seen it when it comes to the voting gauntlet. Kagero's going to be going in next, and Lucina's coming up. It may very well be Lucina against Crom, now that I think about it. Daughter versus father, that's oddly fitting in some ways. And, of course, Lucina put up a good fight as well. And then, of course, Xander, you did try hard. Alphonse made it past that. I'm wondering how this is going to go when we get to the second round. But what are your predictions, guys? How do you feel about this? Put it in your comments, okay? But keep it civil. Don't worry too much about it, and have some fun, okay? That's all I'm trying to say. Oh, man, I'm expecting a lot, but this was intense as hell. Jesus Christ.